The mastery mindset I'd like to talk about today is I seek first to understand and then to be understood. This is actually Stephen Covey, an amazing author and person. I wrote a book called The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. If you haven't read it, you ought to put it at the top of your list. It's outstanding. So this is actually habit 5, is seek first to understand and then to be understood. And what I want to share with you, I think this is personally the most important part of human interaction there is. And what this basically means is you really try to understand somebody else's viewpoint, right? Before you give them yours. And I'll tell you why. I see at least 3 primary reasons why you should do this. Number 1 is that what happens is let's just say that you're a fighter and you know who you're going to have a match with, right? In a month and a half. It makes sense to look at their tape so you know what strikes that they're going to throw at you so you can adjust accordingly. If you're a coach, it makes sense to watch film of another team, right? If you're in debate or you're going to court, it makes sense to know the other counsel's viewpoint on things so you can better combat it. That's one reason, right? Just from a sheer strategy point, it makes sense to know your enemy, so to speak. But here's the next thing. I think more importantly is when you sincerely try to hear somebody else's viewpoint, what happens is their guard naturally drops down. I remember one time my older brother Tim, who was my business partner for 20 years, there was a parent that comes in and he's pretty irate about something that happened, and I don't remember the detail, but he comes in and he is loaded for bear. He's mad as all heck. And my brother says, well, come with me. They go in the office, and 15 minutes they come out, they're laughing and smiling and okay, see you next week. And I go, what did you do, Tim? And he goes, man, I just listened to him, right? I just tried to understand where he was coming from. And so what happens is when you listen to somebody else and they really get the feel that you're listening instead of just waiting for your turn to speak, what happens is their guard drops down and they naturally are going to become more receptive to your input. But there's a third reason. The bottom line, when you really try to seek somebody else's viewpoint, chances are more often than not, you might go, wow, they're right. I never thought that way. And from that, you will grow. So I would challenge you, anytime you have a disagreement or you're viewing something in some way different than someone else, I challenge you to really try to understand somebody else's viewpoint. There's no downside to doing that. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Hey, what's up, JoJo streamers? Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you're interested in seeing more videos like this, make sure that you follow our YouTube page, subscribe to it, and make sure that you send us a message or a comment on what other styles of martial arts you want done in these videos. We want to be your one-stop shop for martial arts training online, so make sure that you reach out, and we look forward to hearing from you soon.